all free men, wherever they may live, are citizens of Berlin. And therefore, as a free man, I take pride in the words, Ich bin ein Berliner.
It was a highly unusual scene for a candidate smack in the middle of an American presidential campaign. It was Barack Obama in Berlin today. He was there, he said, as a citizen, not a president. But clearly the goal was to look like one for voters back home. Mark Phillips is in Berlin.
They've been calling this the Obama show in Berlin. His appeal here, part exotic politician, part rock star. And a rock festival-sized crowd of more than 200,000 gathered to see him.
Tonight I speak to you not as a candidate for president, but as a citizen.
But they had come to see the candidate, to see if an Obama presidency would in fact be different from the current one. He told them a lot of what they wanted to hear, that Europe and the U.S. had drifted apart and that he would pull them back together.
In Europe, the view that America is part of what has gone wrong in our world, rather than a force to help us make it right, has become all too common. In America, there are voices that deride and deny the importance of Europe's role in our security and our future. Both views miss the truth.
The truth and the future, he said, lay in cooperation. This is the city known for the wall that once divided it. The wall Ronald Reagan famously said here should be leveled.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Barack Obama said new walls now needed the same treatment.
The walls between the countries with the most and those with the least cannot stand. The walls between races and tribes, natives and immigrants, Christians and Muslims and Jews cannot stand. These now are the walls we must tear down.
However warm the reception here, the real audience for the speech, of course, is at home. It's part of the Obama pitch that his approach can heal the rifts with America's allies in Europe and restore American prestige abroad. This speech is the first foreign test of that idea. And if the reaction was any indication, here at least the idea works. On all the hot-button issues, from climate change to trade protectionism to the fight against terrorism, his "we're all in this together" approach won applause.
If we could win a battle of ideas against the communists, we can stand with the vast majority of Muslims who reject the extremism that leads to hate instead of hope.
But there's a danger in all this cooperativeness, one seen even here.
He obviously can't afford back home to be seen as somebody who panders to Europeans.
Barack Obama isn't running for office here, but if he were, opinion surveys show he would outpoll John McCain by as much as 4-1. Mark Phillips, CBS News, Berlin.
In 1948, the Berlin airlifts brought life-saving supplies to nearly 2.5 million citizens living within Soviet-occupied East Germany. Of all the American pilots who risked their lives during what became known as Operation Vittles, one name has become synonymous with generosity: the Candy Bomber. When he saw the Berlin children's living conditions, 27-year-old Lieutenant Gail Halverson began handing out candy bars and gum from his ration packs to the kids. It didn't stop there. He had an idea, dropping candy from his plane with handkerchief parachutes for children all across Berlin. Over the next 8 months, more than 23 tons of candy fell from the skies of Berlin. He risked disciplinary action, but to the children, he became a hero. Nearly 70 years later, the 96-year-old Candy Bomber returned to the newly renovated Berlin Airlift Memorial. There he met the airmen currently assigned to his unit, as well as a few old friends.
The idea of helping one another is stronger than the feelings of anger if we just nurture it and help us build us in our relationship, one with another.
True to form, the Candy Bomber had plenty of treats for the children, his favourite candy bars.
And see people remember as clearly as they do. The involvement of the young children, that touched my heart like they did before. Here we have these young children learning about it and being right where it happened. It's a wonderful thing.
Whether inspiring the next generation of airmen or reaching out to German children, 70 years on, Gail Halvorsen continues to embody the message of peace and hope. Charlotte Banks, Forces News.